Hi, I'm Nathan Thornberry. I'm with Residential Warranty Services, and I work with a ton of real estate agents, not like hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands. We probably have 150,000 agents that log into our systems on some level every single month. Whether it's something that has to do with our laboratory services, something that has to do with our inspectors that offer our 90-day warranty products, or even our simple warranty or our next structural warranty, the only structural warranty for existing homes, which has nothing to do with this video because this video is all about tough love for you guys, for real estate agents. And it is love. I love all of you. I know you do a great job for your clients, and I'll tell you how much I believe in that before I give you the tough love. I got my real estate license when I was 18 years old. When I was, I think, 22 or 23, I sold a 5,000 square foot house in Noblesville, Indiana, in a golf course and lake community. You know, not a small house, not an inexpensive house. And having a real estate license and being that my grandfather was a real estate agent and my parents are home inspectors and my mother even a real estate agent in Florida, you know, I was probably pretty qualified to sell the house. I still hired at a regular commission rate an agent that I work with for a couple of reasons. One, I don't step on agents' toes. You know, that's biting the hand that feeds you, and I didn't want my name in the MLS. But the second reason was that agents deliver real value. They just really suck at telling you how they deliver value. I'm sorry, just generally maybe not all of you, but a lot of you really suck at delivering the message of how you deliver value. And I'm so glad I hired that agent in that transaction, by the way, because as a home inspector's son, I know kind of too much, and I work with 5,000 home inspectors. I'm in the biz. And we had an inspection on the house. The inspector, who went a little overboard, I think he saw my last name. I don't know. But he must have known it was my house because he called out the lack of a vapor barrier in non-conditioned space. Now, it's unnecessary. And he called it out as a defect. The buyers asked for it to be fixed. And my knee-jerk reaction was, screw you guys. I'm not fixing this. And my agent said to me, you have a buyer, they're ready to close, you're 3 weeks away from closing, what's this really going to cost you? A few $100? Install it, let's go to close. Because if we don't, you know, at the very least you have another mortgage payment coming, you know, and that's going to be more than what this amount is. And that's the way that agents coach their clients, even difficult clients like me. Now, this is a question that comes up quite frequently in real estate groups. I saw one today, and you know, it's something along the lines of, you know, I lost a new construction deal because my buyer went straight to the builder, and you know, and I told him I could represent him for free. And what did that mean? You know, how does a real estate agent convince a buyer that working for them in the process of a new construction purchase is a valuable thing? Generally, agents kind of suck at this. They will come to the buyer and they will say, all right, number one, my representation to you in this transaction is at no cost to you. Now that isn't a benefit. It's just not a detriment. It's a good point to make. But from there, it goes downhill. Because the arguments that agents usually make are, and this is the same arguments that you will find on blog posts, on forum posts, on websites from NAR, from Zillow, from Trulia, from the real estate firms, you know, and they all make the same bad arguments. They say, well, we're there to protect your interest, and the light turned off in the middle of it. There we go. It's going to turn on again. Wow. They'll make the arguments that, oh, we're representing your interest. The builder's agent, they only have the builder's interest in mind, and you know, you don't want to not be represented. I mean, it's the same argument, and it's the same bad argument because people don't have this level of paranoia that we're trying to, you know, get out of them. Here's what you need to do. If you have a buyer that says, I want to look at new construction houses, or that they've already found a new construction house. Because, part of the benefit to an agent is, hey, I'm pretty familiar with all the communities coming up. I have, my favorites. I have my favorite builders. I have personal experience with these builders. That's a benefit. But if they've already picked a house, well, that value's gone. They've picked the house. They know where they want to live. So what is your value? I'll give you a few ideas. You got to take it from there. But you need to be better at this. Not just I'm here to represent you. Well, you're not an attorney. You're a real estate agent. And you're there to make sure that things go well. You need to tell them how you're going to make those things go well. Let me give you a great example. Hey, when you go to a builder and you deal with the builder's agent, you can have me there. It's not going to cost you a penny. In fact, it's going to save you money. Because generally the builder is going to have a preferred lender. I have a few lenders that I work with on a regular basis, and we can get really good at pricing that out. I can tell you exactly who to shop with. I can help you figure out what message you need to take to these lenders to make sure that you get an awesome rate, something that will save you thousands and thousands of dollars over the next 10, 15, 20, or 30 years, whatever time it takes you to pay off a mortgage. That's number one. Number two, even when you've picked a layout of a house and you've picked a neighborhood that you're going to move into, there are certain things that, gosh, I might have a great level of expertise on, like where you want to be in the neighborhood, cul-de-sac lot versus main road versus what's happening, what's planned, what's going on with that vacant area, to the east of the neighborhood, and how is that going to affect how desirable your property is in the future should you ever come to me to sell it. Because, by the way, you might come to me to sell it and to upgrade. And me having some level of expertise on your house and having been involved in this transaction might help us and smoothen the process later. Who knows? But again, it was free, and it might save you some money on the mortgage. And let's go to another issue altogether. When you talk to a builder and you talk to a builder's agent, they have their options, the things that they're throwing in, the things that they're including, at no cost and all of these things. Well, sometimes they're a little bit more negotiable than they would have you think. And I would love to step in and help get you a few extras that might be worth a lot of money to us when you eventually sell, and might even make your use and enjoyment of the property just a little bit better. I'll add one more, and this is a big one. As a real estate agent, I have access to some great vendors. I have experience with some great vendors, including home inspectors, that can come in and do an inspection of the property. Because you're buying a new house, yes, but let me tell you, from selling hundreds of homes, all of these were new at some point. All of these were new. They were brand new. They were built by a builder, for somebody who walked in, talked to the builder's agent, had them build the house, and they thought, hey, this is perfect. And yet, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years later down the road, we get an inspection from the buyer when they go to sell the house, and they find defects that were clearly, not debatably, clearly a problem at the time of construction. And it doesn't matter if there's a city inspector coming through. It doesn't matter if the supervisor or manager from the builder comes through and does a walkthrough with you. These are real issues that come up. And a property inspector is going to find some things that might be otherwise overlooked. And here's the other thing. You're going to have a walkthrough with that builder 11 months from now on their warranty. And I'm going to help you with that process too. I'll even be happy to stop by for it. And we might even think about calling that home inspector that we had out on day one, or maybe another one that I have in my Rolodex, to see what else we can make sure we get fixed so that you have a problem-free home buying experience and that you truly enjoy the ownership of your new home. Now that's a great sit-down talk, and you can probably add 5 or 10 more points to it. But but you need to attach to yourself a couple of clamps off of a battery or something, and just give yourself a little bit of voltage whenever you find yourself saying, in a vacuum of good arguments, oh, I'm here to represent your interest. It's not a good argument. People don't respond to it. That's why they don't have real estate agents on 100% of transactions when they're buying from builders. And you don't have to go far to prove this point. If you go to any real estate group on Facebook, any forum, and you search out builder deals that are lost, and you see the original guy post, hey, I lost the deal. It was a $350,000 deal, a $750,000 deal. Ouch. You will find them saying, yeah, I told them I was there for free. I was there to represent their interest. It didn't work. Stop losing those deals. It's not good for the clients. It's not good for you. Candidly, it's not very good for the builders. The builders should want great client experiences so they can sell many more homes, many more years into the future. Until next time, Nathan Thornberry, Residential Warranty Services. Little tough love. I'm sorry.